Hello, hello. Now, why can't I get that to work? Hi, everybody. I have been playing again. I need to switch off this little thing up here. That's what I need to do. I need to get rid of, well, I'll leave that on for my live feed. So anyhow, hi everybody. Hi, 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 hi. I'm just kind of sitting here. I want to do something different today. Um, I have been sitting, you guys like that? Do you guys like the owls at the end? Hold on. Owl and Raven. Yeah, that's the first. I just did it this morning. I put it together this morning. And with Sam working on my mystical life with me a little bit more. Hi, everybody. I see somebody from Periscope. Hi, Blackberry. How are you? Uh, we are going to be working jointly. So I'm trying to bring something together that's for both of us instead of just, me. So, uh, both of us have relevance with owls and ravens. So it was just a thing. And then the sacred geometry, I know it moves pretty quickly, but the sacred geometry in the back is Metatron's cube. And I just thought it was really cute. So we worked on that this morning. He was at work. I kept throwing him stuff and he kept approving. And I'm wonderful. That's my patent answer. Blackberry Cherry Bomb says, how are you? I'm wonderful. Always. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because if we start our conversation with, how are you? And I'm awful, then it sets the mood. I try to be as upbeat as I possibly can at every given moment because I feel like it is contagious. Looks like they could be mating. Hey, now wait a minute. Now I got to look at it again. Make it go faster. Or fighting. We were trying to get them both in there, but I wanted them to be looking like they were flying together. It's difficult to do. I was trying to do it all by, I don't hire people to do stuff. How do you go about getting a reading? I go through and my guides pick who I want, who I'm supposed to be working on. Here's a good question though, actually right out the gate. Any chance you could explain the difference between a spirit guide, spirit animal, and an animal totem? I'm going to tell you that a animal guide, spirit animal, and animal totem are the same thing. They're just different names for the same thing. When we have an animal guide come in, or animal totem, however you want to say it, this is an animal energy that has come in to give us the most basic instincts that they have in their life to help us move forward and learn on our particular life that we've chosen for that moment. So this is all decided before we even come in. This is like life between lives. We're sitting at the desk. We're going, okay, I've got to learn this. I got to learn that. I really sucked at that last time around. So I need to work on that. Who's willing to come in and do the hard stuff with me? And that's how we pick out who we're going to be working with. Spirit guides do the very same thing, but more on a humanistic level. And a lot of times they're people that have already accomplished all of their lessons that have ascended, or their past loved ones, or ascended masters. Chrissy Ward, hi from Oklahoma. I know it's hot in Oklahoma. Our house there is my mother-in-law's house sitting for us there, and she's like sweating to death. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, all of my stuff is scrolling down here at the bottom, you guys. Hi, Ellie. All of my stuff is scrolling down here. You can find all of our links down here at the bottom. My mystical life will pop up here eventually, and that is our main page. I will tell you that I have, I'm gonna just show you, because I'm gonna turn my camera to the thing here, and you see all those boxes? You see all those boxes? Those boxes are what Sam's monthly giveaways have come in. Yeah, they're bigger boxes than I would have bought, but whatever. It means the prizes in them, or the giveaway, excuse me, prizes are very large. So great giveaway we have coming up. If you are not, I better get this, if you are not a member of our web page yet, let me grab the address because I didn't do that. If you're not a member yet, you may want to get on that, just because we have, first of all, when you sign up, you're given a link to, that's not it. What have I done? No, I'm lost. Scheduling. Huh. What did I do? Oh, there we are. Okay, here we are. Sometimes it takes me a bit to find myself. It's all right. But I found myself, so yay me. I think I did. Oh, there we are. I got it now. Yes, sometimes I've been on the computer all morning, and when Sam gets home, I am done. I am done for the day when Sam gets home. Here is the link to join on the webpage. We are setting up a monthly newsletter with tons of information. We're going to be doing interviews with intuitives each month, because not only is it important to have information that I can give you, I'm just one person. It is important to flesh out your intuitive journey with a bunch of instructors, you guys, because the more people you can learn from, the more diverse your education is going to become. So we're going to be doing once a month, we're going to be highlighting an intuitive and introducing you. And I'll do this with people that I know, that I trust, that I know are quality people that you can trust, because I don't want to mislead anybody. The other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be highlighting a member off of our group as well. I think it's important to see how people start as well, because I'm always learning. We're always learning as we go along, and that's important to see how other people start on their journey as well. Yeah, free stuff, man. And he is good. He is good at getting stuff. Okay, I love that man of mine. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to do readings, but I am also, everybody give a shout out to Ellie from Ellie's Guiding Light. She's on here and she's awesome. Her and I will be live next Wednesday, 10:30 my time, 11:30, 12:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. I think it's like 2:30 Central. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm in Hawaii time. So it's going to be 10:30 next Wednesday morning, my time. So get on the internet, see what time it's going to be your time. I'll have to look that up. I'm sure Ellie probably knows. I don't. But she comes in all prepared and stuff. So what we're going to do. Oh, we have, try and form a group. We have the group with late bloomers, healers, and intuitives, but we are the thing that we're going to be announcing on the 15th is going to be for beginners, people that are in this already, people that want to share their information. You know, it's just amazing, the community that we have within our group of people. Caitlin says, last night after you told us our clairs, I meditated on it and had a wild, vivid dream. It was amazing. Isn't it amazing when we reach out and we ask for help? It's 9:30 UK time for Wednesday. When we reach out and we ask for help, which is what we're going to do a little bit today, we're going to do some practice today, because I think it's important for you guys to see how limitless you are. Don't forget, everything I talk about, you can find at My Mystical Life. If you're looking for personal readings, you can find them there. And a little bit later, we'll talk about how the deep healing of either soul tapping or Akashic soul awakening. If you've had them done and you're on here, give a shout out, because we love hearing everybody's experiences. So here's what we're going to do today. That's all right, Christine. You'll see the announcements. It's all good. Here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do readings, but I have something in my hand. I have something in my hand. I would like you guys to reach out. Reach out with your intuition and think of a shape. Okay, I want you to think of a shape and a color. Just think of some shapes and some colors and give me an idea. It's kind of like what's in the box. We're doing what's in the box, but I don't have my box down here. So we're doing what's in Lisa's hand. So here it is. Here's my hand. I'll give you a minute to reach out a little bit. And when I say reach out, I want you to sit there and think of yourself as a bubble of light and expanding and going, what is that? Asking for help. I know, right? I will honestly tell you, I don't play these games. I suck at them. But, and that's a lie, I do play them. Because if we don't, then we're not reaching, we're not expanding. Okay, so I'm going to put this down, but it's right to my left. And if you are, as I'm reading, if you guys have other stuff come up and you want to share, please type it in. That's wonderful. That's great. But I'm going to set this down because, so you can't hear it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I have not shared. So I'm going to share out really quickly because sharing is caring. If you're on Instagram, I cannot see your comments. I cannot see your comments. If you go to Facebook, My Mystical Life, I will see them there. But I do not see comments on Instagram for some reason. So if everybody could share one time to like a like-minded group, that would be fabulous. I would really appreciate it. We're working on building community and enlightenment and joy and love and blah, 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 and all that stuff. You like my technical terms? And blah, 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 blah. Okay, fun. Trying to turn the camera without causing too much trouble. Okay, so I am sharing out to, where do I want to share to? I like that group, so we'll share there. I'm kind of selective about where I'll share to, just because I don't want to share to some place that I'm good, that they're not looking for people to share. So make sure you're sharing to some place that is open to it. We don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers, anything like that. Well, let's go there. I'm going to do one more before I get Facebook banned. Don't get Facebook banned either. That's uncool. How are we doing on our guesses, you guys? We're going to do 3 of these this evening. We're going to do 3 of these while I'm online. Because I think it's important to realize just how incredible, let's go with that one. How incredible we are. We are all limitless, and I want every one of you to notice that. Okay. Oh, trying to crack my back. All right, let's see. Let's see what kind of guesses we have, because once again, I'm going to put it in my hands and I'm going to hold it up. Okay. And I'm putting all my thought into the shape and the color and everything that goes with it. Okay, so I'm going to set that back down. And I'm going to roll through here and see who we want to do readings for. I can't wait for Wednesday for Ellie. I love when Ellie and I can get on and do readings together. It is just... Ellie and I resonate really well. We know both of us have had past lives together, so that's really awesome. We ring well together. You guys, when you guys, let's see. I'm scrolling. It's not a nickel. I'm sorry. It's not a nickel. I'm looking. I'm glad that rang with you, Sherry Luce. That's always important to get validation and feedback, even for people that are out here doing this all the time. We love to hear that we have affected some sort of change, and hopefully always in the positive. You'll very rarely hear me get on here and say, I expect bad. I don't do that. I don't do that, because when we set that into somebody's brain, then that's what they manifest. So always in the love, always in the light, always in the joy, always in the fun, and all of that. So moving on, moving on. All right, so you guys want to know what it is? I'm looking to see who got the closest. We are limitless. We are amazing. We are just walking around in meat suits. We are light. We are love. We are joy. And we are learning every step of the way. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. All right, we ready to know what I had in my hand? Okay. All right. This one was actually a gift that was sent to me not that long ago, and it is ready. Are you ready? I did say meat suits. Yes, I did say meat suits. We are. If you think about our physicality as just a covering for the a vehicle for the beauty that we carry within us, oh my gosh, it just changes the way you think about things. Okay, so there's a lot of you that are really close on this, so it's interesting. Okay, it's fun. It is a there we go. It is an organite heart. Okay, and within this there is some sacred geometry and Celtic knotwork. There's also all sorts of colors of tourmaline in here. So if you guessed crystals, if I can get my camera to focus. Come on, camera, work with me. There we go. There's blacks, there's amethyst looking color, there's quartz, there's green, all sorts of different colors in here. Although I don't think anybody got the heart shape. I don't think any. Hi everybody. Hi. I don't think anybody got the heart shape, but we did get a lot of clear and crystalline looking and things like this. That's okay. You know what? This is how we learn, you guys, through these little things that we attempt to do. All right, we have quite a few people on with YouTube today, which is kind of fun. YouTube is actually going to be the venue for a lot of exclusive stuff that's coming up, and as well as if you're not part of our mailing list for our newsletter, I just put the link up here. This is also going to be part of ongoing monthly education, so you don't want to miss out on what we're going to be doing. So just also, oh, that link, if you have a hard time meditating, and you find that quiet brain is unattainable or difficult to reach, the link that I just put up here is to teach you. I talk to you about shamanic journey work and the basis of shamanism with connecting to your guides on this really incredible theta brainwave level where you can actually sit down on the couch or the chair and have a discussion with your guides and your past loved ones. So that is a great avenue to really create that kind of connection. And when we get on after the 15th, when we get that kicked off, I really hope you guys are going to find it so useful. Okay, we're going to start here doing some readings. I have two more things over here to do guesses on in just a little bit. But you know what? Can anybody give me a shout out on numbers? If anybody could give me a shout out on numbers, and if you could all share one time, that would be fabulous. I would absolutely love it. Tracy Charles, I love that you actually picked a wine glass. I think that actually something about your guess was so on target, maybe not perfect, okay, but your guides were like trying to get you an answer, and that's the best way they could get it to you, and that's what they want you to know is you were like on par. I know it's not a wine glass, but it is very close. I don't know why they want you to know that specifically. They wanted to come across with that. 37 on Facebook. Okay, so we have a couple options. I can do some readings really quickly, or I can pull in some mediumship. So I haven't offered mediumship on here in a while. That is up to you guys. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys and let you guys go through that just a little bit. 18. 89. Woo. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and How many people are on Facebook watching? Can anybody give me the Facebook number? Can I briefly explain both? Absolutely. Readings is when I just kind of go through and I randomly pick out people that my guides want me to. I see readings is going to be probably more along the lines of what we're going to do today. When I go through and my guides are like, this is the person you're going to work with right now. And I try to go through greetings from Japan. Hi. And mediumship is when I connect with somebody that has passed over, and I'm doing like gallery mediumship where I start to describe people. It kind of goes slower than readings do. So I think we'll just go with readings. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. But I think we'll go ahead and go with readings. So yes, absolutely. Look, Donna's like, let's do both. Let's do this and then that. Okay, so let's move through this. I do know that I missed a lot of people yesterday when I was doing Claire's. We're not going to do that right now. Okay. I was having a conversation. Have a beautiful aura. Thank you. Thank you. I have been developing it for a while. It is just, I love my journey and I hope it shows. Okay, let's see. Scrolling through. The reason I paused is because I have guides over here going, let's do Akashic Records. Let's go through Akashic Records and start spitting out Akashic Records. And I haven't done that in a while, where I just go down the list and tell people what their Akashic past life was. And I'm thinking, because it does take a little bit more. I will say it does take a little bit more when I'm doing that, because I have to, there's so much backstory. There's so much backstory to everybody's past lives that I want to get wrapped up in it. And if anybody has had the Akashic Soul Awakening, where you get to actually go in and meet the fragments of from past lives that I bring over and reintegrate for you with soul retrieval, it's amazing the connection and the feeling and the depth of knowledge that can come from a past life. So if you're interested in that, today is the 10th. Today is the day that I said I will be taking this down. So not taking it down totally, but it's on sale right now for $90. Takes about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to do. It is normally $150. It is a service that was given to me by Archangel Metatron and Saint Germain, and it is all done within trance work. So I help you get into trance, I step into trance, and then you follow me, and we're conscious of each other, you guys, in trance. And we do soul retrieval, shamanic soul retrieval within your Akashic records and past lives. Really, really deep healing. You have to bring something to hold up your phone and Kleenex. That's what you need. So anyhow, all right, okay. All right, let's do Akashic Records, because my guides are like on it. Is my husband here? Did I see someone say hi, Sam? Or is it just, Sam's at work unless I haven't seen him. I haven't seen everybody go, hi, Sam. And that's usually what happens when he gets on here. Let's do Akashic. This is the point when I say, if you want to hear about your Akashic records, start now. I would like you to know, I would like to hear you go Akashic at least once. And that way I know that you want an Akashic record read for you. What is an Akashic record? An Akashic record is, there is a hall with every bit of information of everything you've ever done, past, present, and future, because it's all happening right now. It's all happening right now. Human existence is the only one. This is the only existence where there's a time element. So when you hear me say engage your imagination because that's where your intuition lies, it's because everything you've ever done was within those Akashic calls, and that's the source of imagination as well. So there's my husband. Hi, baby. Everybody say hi, Sam. So we're going to go ahead and rip through some Akashic records really quickly. I'm going to give you just the brief amount of information that I can, maybe gender, struggle, possibly relationships, and name if I can. So sometimes when they, can anyone go into trance? Yes. I'm going to say yes. Yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm just going to be positive on it and say yes. Because you know what? There are times we walk through trance in life and we don't even realize it. You know what the biggest sense of trance right now in our lifetime is? Video games. Believe it or not, our brain is conditioned, if we sit down to a video game, to pay attention strictly to that. It is a form of theta brainwave trance. Yep. Isn't that scary? Okay, so let's move on. I see where it started here with Edwin. Edwin, I'm going to go with a female past life. I'm going to go with Japanese, Oriental. I'm going to go with poorer type of situation where there are beautiful clothing, but only reserved for special occasions. And I feel like special occasions were very few and far between. There was a very hard life, but family was a huge deal. And I keep seeing, I don't know what this is. I have no idea. It's like pins on the wall, like they're measuring something by putting pins in the wall. I have no idea what they're talking about. But I see pins in branches in different directions, and it feels very sacred. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but she was in charge of taking care of some of these history pens. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows what that is, please share, because it's really quite amazing to see this network of stuff. Okay, moving on. Christine. I need to do a disclaimer. You guys, I get to see, to start with, a picture. I see a photograph or a still moment in time of a person. And when I start to read, I never know where it's going from there. So if I'm seeing something and your guides want you to know that you had a traumatic incident that led to a lesson, that's where they're going to take me when I open your book. So if I start and I'm like stuttering around on it, it's because I'm trying to find maybe the best way to tell you how you learned your lesson, and it may be traumatic. So please don't shoot the messenger. I jump into these, and I'm so blessed to have the guides that I have. I actually am escorted into the halls a lot of times by Metatron, and he's just like, let's do it, you know, but I only see that first part, and then I have to start reading to actually know what's developing. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? And the reason I say that with Christine is because I see a small boy that was kicked in the head by a horse because he was not listening. This is an older past life. This is a huge, huge horse. And it was instantaneous death. He was a rebellious little guy. He always had his own opinion about what he wanted to do. And he wasn't that old. He was like 4 or 5 years old. Who would not expect a 4 or 5-year-old child to be rebellious? They're just adorable. They live by their own rules. And this was very much, but he was around horses absolutely all the time. He, I believe his father was like, I can hear the hammering, so I can hear the anvil. I hear him hammering on an anvil. So I believe his father was a forge or something along those lines, but it was a devastating lesson for the whole family. He actually came into that life to be a lesson for the family, for the father actually. So he knew when he signed up for that life that his life was short, and he came into it with the knowledge, from the other side, knowing that he was going to be a tough lesson. I hope that helps. Okay, moving on. Cree Martin. Cree Martin, I want to talk about galas and balls and beautiful things. And I hear the swinging sway of of music. And as this, I see this beautiful young woman with blonde hair and just really beautiful, like blue eyes. Her hair's all piled up. She's really, really beautiful. And as I hear her talk, I know she's Southern. I also know that this was on the cusp of revolution, of the Revolutionary War, or not the revolution, the Civil War. And it was a huge lesson for this lifetime. It was all about loss, opulence, beautiful stuff, comfort, to nothing. And I think they went to nothing at the beginning of the war. So it was more along the lines of comfort gone, everything, and I can smell smoke, so I know that the whole home was burnt down. So it was about learning how to survive all over again. And this is something that your soul likes to do. It likes to have diverse lessons and like really quick lessons, because your soul wants to learn fast. You're on the fast track, and you have a very high acceleration on your soul levels. So, but I also want to say that your soul likes feminine energies. It likes to reincarnate into feminine souls more than incarnations than it does male, because it likes to learn its lessons dynamically through love and giving and things like that. So good for you. Okay, moving on. Brittany Ragone. I'm sorry, you guys, this is going to take a little bit, so stick around. If you guys could share one time, that would be fabulous. I would appreciate it. Once again, all of my stuff is going off down here on the left. That's mymysticallife.com right there. You can find all of my readings there. And we're going to talk about soul tapping after I do a couple more people, because I really feel like it's very important to learn where we have been and what our patterns are. And it's kind of like the cheat sheet for going forward and learning. Okay, Brittany Ragone. What in the world is that? I'm not a fan. Okay, so I'm given an image of somebody. This is odd for me. I'm trying to grasp what's going on, of a person grabbing a snake by the tail, and they're actually grabbing the snake by the tail, and it's a very big snake, and they're pulling it out of a hole. I have no flipping idea what they're doing, but they're pulling a snake out of a hole. I'm going to say this is more in the lines of Africa. It's to eat. They're going to eat the snake. And it's a huge, huge snake. And they're actually showing me a moment of joy is what they're doing. Because I'm like, is there a lesson here? What are we talking about? And they're talking about the gifts that are given. And everybody is gathered. Everybody gathers for this huge feast. I think that there was a celebration or something like that going along. Because I see lots of people gathered together, having a great time, being in community, and they cook this thing, and they cut it up into pieces, and they put it on and they cook it. But it is about a celebration, and they're celebrating their community and the abundance that they have, and knowing that there are huge times of lack and huge times of abundance, and that they celebrate both of them because that is how they learned. I don't know, beautiful, beautiful. But that is a female past life, actually, a female pulling this huge snake out of the hole. Okay, Stephanie Weirs. Stephanie Weirs, I want to go to indigenous populations. I want to go. I keep hearing Anasazi, but I know that I don't believe that they did this. So I know they're giving me a time reference, so it's pretty old. And this is pre-horseback. I see people running and getting in between bison and hunting bison, buffalo jump. If you're not familiar with buffalo jump, look up buffalo jump. And I'm like, what are they doing? Because they're like on the outskirts of these animals, and I see them actually taking these animals down with the very basic tools that they had, the very basic weapons that they had. But they also talk about this is a male past life, and a very stinky male, by the way. I get the smell of it. The smell of. I've actually gone to. weird fact about Lisa, I have gone to the reservation, and one of the reservations in Montana, and was in on a buffalo tanning session where we learned to tan buffalo hides, and the smell is horrendous, and that's what they're giving me, is that smell of this. I mean, this was hard work, but it was all about providing for the family and being the provider. I also feel like this particular male had an injury, an old injury that slowed him down a lot. So he worked much harder to prove he was capable of taking care of and hunting. It was very, very hard for him, but he tried to hang with everybody that was not having difficulty, and he did a very good job at it because he was very determined. And that is part of your soul, by the way, that determination to go forward under a lot of different circumstances, and it is a driving force behind you. Also, I need to let you know that the buffalo is part of your animal totems right now. Okay, moving on. I know I have a lot, you guys. I can see how far behind I am. I am working quickly. I've got to, I need to speed it up and give less information or something, but I get wrapped up in seeing these images and feeling the emotions that go with them. And I'm just like, okay. So, like I said, you guys, everything I talk about, you can find at My Mystical Life. I do Akashic record readings. The Akashic Soul Awakening is super deep healing. But this in the soul tapping is like a step above that. But I go in and I bring back 7 fragments from past lives that had traumatic moments, that we set that moment aside, where we don't have a complete soul arsenal at the moment. Because I'm going to be totally honest and tell you, your soul is never going to be 100%. Because we always have moments where we drop something off. We have, somebody said something that hurt our feelings, but we have to work with them. So we have to set that over here and just go back to work and be okay with sitting next to them. So we actually create soul retrieval all the time, or soul loss all the time. When I go into the Akashic records, they give me the big chunks. They say, okay, well, this person might have had a life-threatening issue. They might have, and I know this doesn't sound like it should be soul retrieval, they may have killed somebody. But that also is soul loss. So that's soul retrieval as well. So, I mean, there's all this stuff that happens within soul retrieval. And I actually just happened to go into the Akashic records to do this. This is another one that was handed to me by Saint Germain and Archangel Metatron. And I believe this was the stepping stone for the soul awakening, which I've only been offering now for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. So the soul awakening is done in trance, and that you have to be prepared for. I mean, you really have to be like, I'm ready to move forward on my journey. I'm ready to pick up the pieces and see my things, because you actually walk up to and meet Archangel Metatron and Saint Germain and Michael. I throw Michael in there too, because when I take you into trance, I want you to be firmly grounded, centered, and protected. So we call in Archangel Metatron, and you get to talk to him. You talk to all 3. But then when I bring back the fragments, you get to look into the portal where I walk into your Akashic halls. And as I bring pieces across healed, you get to hold on to them and bring them into your heart. It's the most amazing thing. It is so humbling to be a part of, you guys. You have no idea. I just walk away going, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I got lost. Let's go back up here. Yep. I start talking. Okay. Lillian Montier. Wait, I gotta keep going on. I was just saying your name. Hold on. Did I get lost again? Holy crap. I have to scroll and scroll and scroll. Okay, here I am. Okay. Sandy Swank. No, Sandy Swank. Okay. Sandy Swank. You see me going, what the heck am I doing? All right. Oh, wait. For anybody that's new on at the moment, you have to see our new logo. Yay! I can't see your comments because if I lose my space, I've lost it all. I'm at 1444. Okay. All right. Sandy Swank. Sandy, I want to talk about a female past life. This is a woman, and I'm going to call this moving west, from in the United States, a time frame when life was hard, really, really hard. And people chose to go from comfort over to lack of comfort. And this was a woman that lost a child out west. And the sense of grief that I get from this is just really, really overwhelming. It was like a downward cascade. I don't believe she lived very long after this. She got very sick after this. I get a lot of fever feeling from this. So I think that, of course, not having modern medicine, she did not survive and was not buried with her child, but was buried shortly after her child. And this also caused a grief rift through the house as well. Let's see this. Okay. All right, moving on. Oh, don't scroll, Lisa. If I start scrolling, I'm lost. Renee Lloyd. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm moving as quickly as I can. Renee Lloyd. Let's see. Renee Lloyd, I actually pick up a, sorry, that it kind of tilted me a little bit. Shit, stop. Okay. Sorry. Use your words, Lisa. Male past life. Male past life, Crusader. That's why I was having a hard time with this because there's a lot of war associated with it. And sometimes when you get some of these things, you're just like, wow, that's a lot of death. I'm shown somebody sitting in a tent or some sort of temporary movable structure that they would sit in, and he was drinking out of what I'm going to assume is pewter mug. And they're just all of a sudden their whole camp is overrun. So I really feel like his death was super quick. But I need you to know he had conviction. He was a man of honor. He was totally invested in what he did. I keep seeing the white with the cross on it. The other thing I need to tell you is this is not the first crusade lifetime you'd been in. You'd been on the other side, on the Islamic side of it, or I think that's pretty much what it was. We would call it today, the other side of the Crusades. Before that, so you were doing this tit for tat thing, trying to see both sides on your soul of why is humanity doing this? What are they doing? I don't understand. So your soul was really trying to struggle and figure out the aspects of our convictions, and it was an interesting time for your soul. Oh crud! It moved. It moved. Oh man, I've now discovered that if I don't move quickly, it's going to delete my shit. Okay, I better move faster. So let's do Terry Patry. I better move faster. I'm trying to move faster, and I can't. I can't move faster. Okay. Terry, I want to tell you, oh, shoot, people are disappearing off my list pretty dang quick. Terry, I do want to tell you that you've had some shamanic past lives. Actually, they're talking about druid. They're talking about old religions and connection to the earth, and this would have been a female past life. And this is somebody that was very thankful for what the earth provided, and they would be cutting the herbs and thanking the planet for them. So it was always very sacred. She was a healer. She was so many things to so many people that when she passed away, that the whole village mourned. She was an integral part of the community. I also do want to say she had 3 daughters. We had 3 daughters that picked up what she did, and they took and moved to different communities and facilitated, and that kind of grew and grew and grew and grew. So it was a moment of in a lifetime of healing across a huge spectrum. My thing is moving so quickly, you guys, that I have to scroll down a little bit or I'm losing everybody I'm talking to. So I'm moving down here to Lillian Monteer. Okay, Lillian Monteer. Lillian, I have a female past life for you, and the first thing I'm shown is intricate sewing. I'm shown tiny little stitches, beautiful, beautiful stitches, and I hear the word coveted stitches. This was actually a seamstress that made beautiful gowns, and I really feel like this was over in England, and she was very well sought after. She had a lot of money. But here's the thing about this poor woman. She had children, she had a husband, she had lots of money from her work because she worked herself and she had other people that she worked as well. But she never figured out how to be joyful and spend it. So she was very, very thrifty, very, I have to work, I have to keep working, I have to keep working, I have to make money. And she never went out and had fun with it. And she worked and worked and worked. I really actually feel like eventually she, something about the material that she was working with, something that she was within her environment caused something to be wrong with her lungs and created, I actually feel like she was coughing up a lot of stuff, and then it caused a lung issue, and she passed away from that way too soon and way too underappreciating of everything she had around her. Okay, moving on. Dutchy Love. For anybody who doesn't know, we're doing Akashic Records, and we're about to move on to something else here quickly. Okay, we're gonna go oh, did it move? It moved. Who did I call? Dutchy Love. Okay, Dutchy Love. I want to talk about Greece. And I'm given this this energy, and I'm back to another female energy again, that is constantly up and down steps, it's as if she has to keep going up and down these steps, and she's delivering things. And I feel like she's actually taking food and water. She's probably a servant going in and out of important meetings. And she is just, there's no thought for her. And she is just totally tired of having to go up and down these steps. It's like the steps represent her life, and always feeling like she's going up and then not appreciating the downward track. Make sure you're paying attention to the things that are taking you into relaxation. Find some relaxation. Find some time to take care of yourself. Don't always think you're going uphill. Okay, moving on. Yes, I can roll through these. Your son's in trance all day. It is a form of Theta and brainwave trance. Talk to any hypnosis therapist and they'll tell you that. It's hypnotism. By clinical definition. Yep. Okay. So here we are. We're going to do this again. I need a break for a hot second because my brain is sizzling. When I'm working on the Akashic Records like that, they're like, okay, chill just a hot second. So we're going to do another what's in Lisa's hand thing because she's too lazy to go upstairs and get the box. It's really what this game's called. Okay, so here's my hand. The other thing is going over here. So here's my hand. I have something in my hand. Okay. And you guess the texture, the shape, the color, everything. I want you to really reach into it. I don't want you to just go, oh, I think it's this. I want you to start reaching out with, okay, I think it's a color. I think it's this. I think it's that. All those things. Don't just lump all your stuff into one category. Start reaching out into different areas. And I'm making sure I don't put it down on anything so you don't get a clink like shaking the box, you know? Okay, so, all right, guys, let's see. there's, oh my gosh, look at all you people on here, and I am so incapable of reading everybody at one time. I swear I'm sorry. Everything I talk about, you guys, you can find at mymysticallife.com. I try to keep everything super, super affordable. My forte from what my guides are working me towards is actually healing within the Akashic records. We're working on fragments that we have dropped off over time because we had painful moments, and it's a combination of soul retrieval with shamanic soul retrieval and the Akashic past Akashic records and the violet flame. It's this huge, I don't even know how to explain it, but if anybody's on here that's had the Akashic soul awakening and trance, please comment on it, because I have not enough words for it. I have my box of tissues here now. I can do this all day long. I can do shamanic work all day long. I can only do one soul awakening a week. And that is, I actually had a very, very good friend of mine who's so smart get on and say, hey, she messaged me and she's like, you're going to burn out if you try to do too many of these. And I was like, yeah, I know. So I'm following her advice. Sometimes we have to have that somebody knocking on our door going, hey, you're overdoing it. Look at all you wonderful people on here. I am so blessed to have so many incredible people within our field of energy. It's just amazing. I can't even express. Here is the link, you guys. If you want to see everything we have coming up, this is where you find it. We're going to be doing a newsletter. We're going to be talking to different intuitives, because my word isn't just the only word. There are so many incredible people out there to be in communication with. We're also going to be doing highlight a member each month. So we're going to be doing a bunch of different educational things, but this is the gateway to learn how to get in on it. It's also the gateway link to learn how to shamanic journey. If it's something you always have been interested in, shamanic journey for me was my lifesaver. I could not get into regular meditation to save my soul, I swear it. And now I know why. It's because I kept going, I can't meditate. But my left brain, obviously my brain never stops, blocked me quite a bit. And I felt like it did, at least, to regular silent internal meditations where, boy, you give me something to do in shamanic journey, I'm out there. I can play that like a movie in my brain, and it works so wonderful, you guys. So wonderful. If you've never done a shamanic journey and you want to go lead it out on one and a guided meditation, go to mymysticallife.com. And in the meditations tabs, I have several that are guided by Archangel, or channeled Metatron. It's a giveaway, not a raffle. Did I say raffle? Did I say raffle? It's a giveaway. Where did I learn shamanism? Over a decade ago, I took an apprenticeship, and she's not teaching anymore. But I will tell you that if you join the link, you'll find somebody that will be teaching shamanism in an apprenticeship. So we'll be doing it via Zoom and things like that. So it is an incredible, incredible healing discipline. It's very deep. We do the dirty work. We go in with extractions and help energies transfer over, all these incredible things, soul retrieval, which is what I usually do with an Akashic record, stuff like that. Okay. So all of that stuff, you guys, if you follow this link, not only are you getting a free chat and instruction on how to shamanic journey, you'll also find out when we have new stuff coming up that's going to be like a lot of fun. Okay, so here we go again. What's in Lisa's hand because she's too lazy to run upstairs and get the box? What's in Lisa's hand because she's too lazy to run upstairs and get the box? I have a box that I do this in on if you guys have or don't follow us on My Mystical Life on Facebook, go to My Mystical Life on Facebook. We do a lot of these things, and there and on late bloomers, healers and intuitives. That's our other course, because I teach classes to late bloomers, people that suddenly go, oh my God, I think I'm an intuitive. And I don't think anybody thinks I'm sane. So we teach classes to help everybody feel a little bit more sane and have a little bit more secure, because we like to create community so that we're not alone. It's important. It is important. I've talked to so many people that felt alone on their journey, and it's just so sad. So sad. So, and so I want you to pick the thing that just pops into your mind. What? I don't know if you mentioned it, just wanted to remind you. You guys, I can't, it's sitting right here. It's sitting right here. What he purchased is sitting right here, and I can't show it to you. I'm not going to do that because the giveaway is Sam's part of our monthly membership. The giveaway is his baby, so I'm not going to give away what it is. You guys will find out on the 15th, and it is really quite beautiful. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the what it is. What is it? What is in Lisa's hand? No, and everybody keeps guessing sea glass. I have not. I have been so neglectful about going out and getting sea glass. Yeah, he's too excited. I can't ruin it for him. He really is excited about giving this away, and we'll be giving something away each month. So, in addition to a bunch of, you're the second person that said purple feather. In addition to all the really cool stuff that we have coming up, I'm just super excited. I'm super excited. I'm working my ass off too. Which means I haven't been out on the beach, but that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. Your guide's saying that. You know what's really funny is a lot of people are picking purple. They're picking purple. It is sweet about saying. You know what? It is that man. He is just so my twin flame. There he is. There he is. So, heart-shaped crystal. Nope, that was the last one. Were you here for the last one, Yuko? Were you here for the last one? Because I did one at the very beginning. Because if you weren't here for the first one, if you weren't here for the... Hey, wait, what about Sam? If you weren't here, Yuko, for the first one, this was the first one. This was the first one. Okay. Everybody's like, oh, wait, shit. Be quiet. There's Sam. Okay. If everybody could share one time, I'm going to give you a hot second to do that. Hopefully you will, because sharing is caring. If you haven't gone to My Mystical Life on Facebook, journey over to My Mystical Life on Facebook and give us a like, because we are a hell of a lot of fun. And as you can see, that's scrolling down here in the little corner tabby here are all of our social links, so that we try to make sure we cover all of our bases. Shh, don't tell them to look at the feed, Lori. And let's see, what else do we have going on? Oh, everything, you can find everything at My Mystical Life. You can find Akashas. Oh, no, this is a different one. Akashic record readings, soul retrievals, regular readings. I do regular readings and I keep them super, super affordable. I've got to do this a different way. I have to do this a different way. And you guys will understand why when we're done, because I have one more after this one. So I'm going to show you what it is. And it is a beautiful braided ring that my husband bought for me in St. Croix 10 years ago or so. You can't really see it very well because my camera's afflicted. The dog tried to eat my camera twice, you guys. I think it's almost time to retire the camera. Yeah. It's got chew marks all over it. So it is a gold braided ring, circular in shape. Anybody got circle? That's good. That's why I tell you guys, you got the ring though. So that's why I say reach out with more than one piece of information, because when you notice, I'll start 2004. Wow, you're good. When you start to dig into things, you'll see that exactly like I was talking about with the Akashic Records. I don't know what's coming next. I see the first thing. And then when you start to pick things apart, you go, okay, now I understand. Now I feel something different over here. Now I might have some more information. So Yeah. I like your word association, Brittany Crow. She says, hey, rose quartz is associated with love. So it is a gold ring. Gold, round, braided, all that. Yeah, Odin. Odin tried to eat my camera twice. If you guys could see my camera, you'd be like, how is that even working? I have no idea. No idea. Oh, not at all. So I'm supposed to talk about and this is just like, we're switching gears. We're switching gears. I'm supposed to talk about where you're living. I know that sounds, is the Akashic Records part of the collective library? Yes, in the form of, it is, okay, I'll explain my Akashic Records. You're talking about the collective of everybody's collective. When I'm talking Akashic Records, I'm talking the humanity Akashic Records. Now, my Akashic Halls, and I have been able to do this a couple times. I've been able to just since doing the Soul Awakening. Now, since I've started doing this new energy thing with the Soul Awakening, I've had new stuff come open for me, but I'm not sure yet where my guides want to go with it. Twisted metal ring. Okay. When I go into my Akashic Halls, I go up these huge steps and through these great big huge doors. And when I walk in, I have stained glass windows to the right. They're really tall. They're very beautiful. I have red velvet chairs with big potted plants. I don't know. Off to the right. I've only been able to sit in them once, and I had to ask to sit in them. And that's where I sit when I ask about my Akashic Records. And since I rarely ask, I guess I should ask more. So on the left, if I look down the hall, there is a huge, huge expanses of books. But to the left, directly off to my left, is the old wooden Dewey Decimal System card system. So what happens is I walk up to those cards and I will pull a drawer out and I will randomly grab cards. And my guides push out the card that they think is important to you in that moment. Okay, so I may look at a card and go, I don't like that one. They're like, yeah, but you're going to do it anyways because that's the one we gave you. And arguing with your guides, as you've heard me say over and over and over again, it's not effective. So I'll start reading on a card, but what happens when I pull that card up is I get the image. And then the coolest thing happens. It's like a great big huge widescreen TV opens up on top and it comes up on a movie screen for me and I get to see it as a movie. It's really cool. Now, why I'm telling you this is because on the other side of that Dewey Decimal System case is a whole nother part of the library. And that is the extraterrestrial side of the library. And that is part of another, the collective over there. So if you want to consider humanity as part of a collective, then yes, the Akashic Records that I read. Now keep in mind, everybody's different. Everybody energetically reaches out different. We're all unique. We're all going to have a different idea of what it looks like and how we work with it and how we work with guides and all of those things. And the way we do our work is perfect. It's perfect for me. And when you start to do your work, it's perfect for you. So everybody has their own way of doing it. But on the other side is the extraterrestrial. Now, 2 or 3 times since I've been doing the Soul Awakening trance healings, I have had extraterrestrial lives come over, past lives. Now, when I say that, that means that I am picking up a star seed's previous incarnations to humanity. It means I'm talking to an old soul that I'm doing reading for, and they're showing me, their guides are showing me how far back they go and what incarnations they've had. It's really cool. And honestly, if anybody that's watched me for a while, I used to go, I'm not a medium. I'm a medium. I learned that I was throwing roadblocks down, and I've always said, I've never been able to go over there. And now I know I can. And I just have to rewire myself a little bit and be more comfortable. But yes, we just have to learn to be our perfect. our perfect. And not just in spirituality either. We have to learn as humans that we can be imperfect and be okay with it, because we don't have to be perfect. I'm not saying go out and, spray paint everything and murder everybody. I'm saying live your best life and learn your lessons within there. So if we do that, everything's put in front of us for a purpose and for a reason. If we do that, we're learning our lessons. Aren't I just inspirational today? Guides are really pushing on me today. Anyhow, but I was supposed to talk about where you live. And I know it is an odd question. And I'm not asking about what state you live in. I'm asking about, are you living right here? Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Are you are you living right here, right now? Or are you living in the past, in all of the things that create issues from the past? Or are you living in your future where you can create anxiety? So if you go to mymysticallife.com, this is actually Metatron, you guys. I'm sitting here going, why are we talking about this? I felt like I was done. And as I said that, I get this. This is my Metatron. This is, I know when I'm reading and Metatron comes in, he rubs the top of my nose. Sounds really creepy, but it's what he does. And he's talking about finding your soul center and living in the moment. We need to learn to live right now, because so many of us are living in the future, and then so many of us are living in the past, that we are all in turmoil. We're living between depression and anxiety and all of these human conditions that we need. If you can spark that moment of collectiveness and live right here in the center, you're going to find the spark and the, what is the word I'm looking for? He's laying it in front of me. It's like the spark and passion for life. Because who can say they actually have a passion for who they are? Because a lot of people live so far behind themselves that when I go, well, who are you? They go, well, I feel, and this is me, you guys, I'm talking from experience. 10 years ago, if you'd asked me who I was, I would have told you a fat, out of work nail technician. Because we had sold our business. I wasn't happy with myself physically. I was unhappy on so many different levels. I didn't feel adequate anymore. I didn't feel like I had any goals, anything like that. And it's because I was living way further back than that. It was like back in my childhood when I was made to feel inadequate in so many different ways. That if I wasn't constantly moving and shaking, then I wasn't being productive. Now, am I totally 100% living in the moment? I'd be lying if I told you I was, because I still feel like I have to be doing something all the time to be productive. I have to be productive to feel like I'm helping. But I don't think I live off in the future. And I think that's an accomplishment. Unless I have a doctor's appointment, and then I live in the future, because I'm petrified of doctors. Huge, huge phobia. So anyhow, but yeah, so if you are not living in this moment, you hear people say grounding center, and my husband's like, yes, I have a huge, just makes me out of breath thinking about going to the doctor issue. But that's okay, because I have committed to health in this lifetime. I've already, I went to the doctor because everybody was harassing me. I hadn't been in over a decade. And I finally went in because, the girls got to have the checkup. So I went in, and I was of the age to get the mammogram and all that stuff. So I went in, and the doctor's like, next time, please let me know. And I'll give you 3 days worth of meds before you come in, because there's just no dealing with you right now. And anyways, but he said something about, well, you know, we can put you on this drug and this drug and this drug and this drug, menopause, blah, blah, blah. And I went, no, I don't need that. And he goes, well, you're going to have hot flashes and you're going to have this and you're going to have that. And I said, I've opted, and I'm dead serious. I've opted out of that, and this, I'm not doing that. And he goes, you can't opt out of that. And I said, yes, I can. And I don't have hot flashes. I don't have any of the menopause stuff. I am in premenopause, but I have nothing. And I just told him, I said, I opt out of it because I do not like going to the doctor. I'm not going to, that and putting pills in my body. I have a problem with that as well. Injections and stuff. I don't know. Anyhow, so yeah, that's a past thing. I might live there, but yeah, the only fear I have is of being alone. That's, am I over that now? I'm in contact with my guides. Good. Isn't that amazing? How when we suddenly realize we're never alone, it's so cool. I am frustrating when I get, oh man, I will backpedal on a doctor's appointment like nobody's business. Nobody, I mean, really. Do you have hot flashes for both of us? The doctor thought I was kidding. I mean, he really thought I was kidding because I'm sure, you know, that sounds silly, but I'm not kidding. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time for that shit. And my husband, he's very tolerant, but I don't know if he's going to put up with those hot flashes and me being super, super bitchy. You have 15 doctors. Oh my goodness, Leslie. They continue after menopause. Not for me. I've just said it. It's not. I've even had conversations with my dogs. Dogs. I miss my dogs. I miss my dogs and my kids. I've had conversations with my guides. I'm like, I don't know. No. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, right in that 49-year-old, you know, let's hit her with it. Because I started perimenopause 2 years ago. So I'm 2 years in and still nothing. So look at him. Look at Sam Fry kissing up. Everybody throw him a kiss. You are never bitchy, my love. I woke up to the sweetest thing. The other day, I come downstairs and on my notebook was this great big huge heart and I love you, good morning. It was so sweet. Oh, I'm not going to have hot flashes. Yeah. My friend has them and I watched her go through that and I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. So if you are living in the past with depression and anxiety from the past and phobias, kind of like I have a phobia for doctors, or if you're living with the anxiety of the future, please, 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 go to My Mystical Life. And I absolutely love, right now I'm liking Renee Shellum. She said early 30s. Not really. 49. Go to My Mystical Life, and on the meditations tab, there is a channeled meditation from Archangel Metatron to find your soul center. I will also tell you there's one to go to your Akashic calls. So he is, man, he's a great safety net. He will lead you so well. I did not take Sam for seafood last night. I was out in the car when he pulled up. We went to a hibachi. He wanted hibachi instead, so we did do that. I know, Sherry Luce. I heard that Ohio is like super hot. Across the country, super hot. Here in Hawaii, it is 85, 90s. It's not super hot here, but I do know that I'm aware of it being super warm everywhere else. Okay, everybody. You know, I know. Oh my gosh, the hibachi was so good, though. It is a good. Sam has a guide here in the house or something. We haven't figured it out yet, but every once in a while, they creep around this corner over here, and then they're gone. Just gone. Surf and turf, baby. We're having hot hamburgers tonight. I know this is like really informative, right? 49 is the new 29, right? Right? You know, that is a a number. It's just a number. It is. This bothers me though. It's because I've been losing weight. I'm not as fluffy. Fluffy people hold out their wrinkles better. And this is the symptom of weight loss is I'm getting wrinkles. Wait. Okay. See, we're all in good company. We're 49. Okay. 51. Late bloomers. Here we go. This is our late bloomers. It's what it is, really, you guys. It's our late bloomers newsletter. I really need to name it that on the page. It's our late bloomers newsletter. We are, and this is also the link to go to Shamanic Journey. Yeah, I'm reading as we go along. So I hope to see you guys there. We are going to be announcing all the really cool stuff we have happening on the 15th and letting you know how you can get into it and be involved. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sam says, I'm physically 49 with the maturity of a teenager. This is true, you guys. This is absolutely true. Late bloomers. Who's a late bloomer? And that a late bloomer is anybody that realized that they were exceptional later on in life. They realized they were an intuitive and had so many more things going for them than they ever realized when they were younger. Yeah, Lillian, you know what? Somebody told me that last time that you were on my live that you were like, let's get together for lunch because you were on the same island. We will do that. We will do that. My brain went in a million places. So, all right, y'all, late bloomers. My husband, he's such a child. He is a child. I love him. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go because I have, look at that. How about if you knew it once and left it but came back? That is still valid. That is a late bloomer because you know what? It just wasn't your time yet. Everything happens when it's supposed to. A blooming idiot. You're not a blooming idiot. You just were waiting for the right time. Yep, that's it. Life does hit hard. Life hits with a 2x4, doesn't it? Right up alongside the head. Almost 50. See, we're the same age. All right, guys. Oh, yeah. Well, I had one more. I think 2 is enough for today. I guess what's in Lisa's hand because she's too lazy to go upstairs. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you go because I do have some more work to do before Mr. Fry gets home. And I'm trying to make sure everything is perfect for when the 15th rolls around and we can start talking about the things that we're going to be hoping to be able to offer you guys to make this late blooming thing painless and fun because it should be fun. It should be fun. Anyhow. All right, everybody. Find joy. Find love. Feel. Sam's like, it hits us with a Mack truck. Yes, it does. Feel divine because you are. All right, guys. Oh, wait, one more time. And go. All right, everybody have a good evening. Talk to you guys next time. We'll actually be going to the stone store tomorrow where we bought the Lemurian crystal. So we'll probably go live from there for a little bit. Okay, talk to you guys later.